Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 3 of this Let's Play RimWorld. This is The Usual Suspects 2. So, in the last episode we did a couple of things, but I'll get to that in a minute. First of all, I've been getting loads of requests for people to be added as a character in the game. That is fantastic. I have included a list of everyone in the description, I almost said comments, in the description below. This is probably the only time when I'll actually publish that, just so you know if you are on the list or not, because I'm taking from the Viking Trek list for those of you who weren't in, and for those of you who were in earlier, I'll add you in there as well. If you are not on the list and you would like to be, please do leave a comment below and I will add it. And that is true as of like 4 o'clock on the 16th. So again, I'm recording this about 2 days before you will actually see it. I've also been getting a couple of comments a little bit concerned about our plans for developing and protecting this area. The thing that you really need to know is I am working off the premise that we are going to be developing what's called a motte and bailey, and that is basically a 2-tier fortress. The motte, also known as the keep, is this bit. This is the most defensible. This is kind of our fallback zone. Then there will also be a bailey, which is another walled area, which tends to be larger. It tends to be where the town or the village is, and in our case it's also going to be where all of our farms and things are. This will be walled off once, twice and thrice, and the reason I'm including this is because I want this to be a choke point defensive location. So we're probably going to wall this bit off, well, probably coming around like so, and that should give us plenty of space. I mean, we'll have the sandy areas for building structures, we'll have the grassy areas for planting crops, and then we have this bit of mountain over here where we can actually dig into and develop some internal stuff. For example, the food supply. Now, because this is underground, I am of course concerned about infestations. They are the bane of my existence. But I think I have an idea of how to deal with them. I'm going to expect that they'll appear in the freezer, which is this area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split off these 3 tiles here and basically turn that into a shooting gallery. So we'll separate it with embrasures and or walls, basically providing a line of fire across this whole area. Then if bad things appear in here, we withdraw, well, we come into the shooting gallery, open fire, dead insects, job's done. Also, I am a little bit concerned about the time it will take to move all of our crops and things from up here into here. I mean, we're basically going to have to go all the way through here, then up here, through the kitchen and into there. It's going to take a long time. So what I'll probably do is actually put a doorway in here. I'll make the kitchen a little bit smaller, so it'll be a double doorway, so it's also still very heavily fortified. And then I'll put a similar shooting gallery that we have over here. So anyone who's trying to get through this door will be shot at. And the entrance to this shooting gallery will be outside, probably down here. And that will allow us to shoot anyone who's trying to get down to this doorway, which will probably be a double door as well, or trying to get in through this way. So we should have a fair amount of defences over there, and this will probably just be a defensive turret type structure, which will be able to shoot out at anyone who is trying to get in through the door, which will be here as well. Awesome. That leaves this area that I am a little less sure about how to defend. This is going to be the weak point, I think, of our fortifications. So we can just make this wall look inviting so it gets attacked. We are going to be building a curtain wall here, and I'll probably mine out some of this section and basically turn this into a turret in much the same way as that is. So it will be accessible from inside, either in here or in here, with embrasures shooting out. We will just need to leave some doors open so that people can get to us, otherwise they won't shoot back. But we'll deal with that, it's fine. Cool. I like that. Sorted. The other thing that we will need to do, I think, is expand the amount of land that we're giving up to farming, but that's not a huge problem. Yeah, cool. Right, the other thing I need to do is more housing. So what I'm tempted on doing is just building some housing blocks out here, and we can just move the beds inside to this area if we have a nuclear fallout. So, yeah, it is nuclear fallout. And maybe putting some workshops in this area. So all of this is under one roof. So if there is a fallout, then we can just withdraw to this area and just keep on doing production and stuff. And hopefully we'll have the food supply, which will keep us alive. Maybe I'll do something other than a prison with that. Maybe turn you into another workshop. No, I think workshop should be over here. Perhaps I'll do residential over here as well. And then do prisoners outside. That might be a better idea. Except I do want the prisoners near the food quarter. Let's have a look at this. Because we do want a double wall there, so it would be probably a line of that. And we'll make it a double line because we know those are much easier to defend. Maybe we'll use this as a... I think actually we'll stick it out like that. We'll add a wall here to make sure that this is self-contained. And we'll have this as... Yes, I know what it's going to be. This is going to be the entertainment area. So this is where our table and chairs are going to be. This is probably eventually where the billiard table will be. So maybe this needs to actually be a bit bigger. Let's have you come up to about here. Yeah, that'll do. And it's nice and close to the kitchen, so we can just bring in the food as and when it's needed. In fact, we could even do that. For another entranceway to bring the food into here. Yeah, I like that. That's going to work well. Right, and then the next thing is housing. How big are these again? So I think this is a good size, 9 by 6. I think they're going to have to be tall. So 9 by 6, something like that. You know what? I like this. That's going to go. That's going to be good. So we're going to have to mine out this area, and start mining this. Then we can just put a wall here, and that will save on a little bit of the work that we need to do. Infestations are a possible problem, of course. So we're actually going to have a load of space here, which we are going to turn into shooting gallery with turrets. I like it. Yeah, that's going to work really well, actually. Awesome. It's going to be a little dubious getting to it. Unless we added another doorway there. Actually, that's not impossible. Yeah, cool. Right, so what are we mining? We're going to mine this. This. Start out with that. We're going to start out mining this. I think that'll be just fine. And also we do need to make you a little bit narrower so we can get a couple more doorways in. I think I want a triple doorway, so we're going to make you smaller with a triple door like so. Yeah, cool. So the kitchen's a bit smaller than we had intended at first, but I think it'll be just fine. We should be able to get plenty of workshops and things in there. Cool. Right, everyone's asleep. That is fine. And they should be just fine sharing the bedrooms with each other for the short term. Can't really see any problems arising from that. I think we're going to hunt these guys because they're so close. They're basically sitting in my fortress, ready to die. Cathra thinks that you should give your faction a name. What should your faction be called? Well, the faction, I think, is a fairly easy name. We are, of course, the Vikings! And since it looks like you'll be here for a while, Cathra also thinks that you should give your community a name. That is the name of this colony. I think that this colony will be Mord's Fort. This is, after all, being designed after a fortress. So actually the mot is going to be somewhat more complex than I had initially anticipated, but that's going to just mean that we have plenty of space out here for further expansion. Maybe we'll add the workshops over here. Although workshops tend to be... No, we'll probably have the workshops in this kind of area. Coming off the corners here. Yeah, that's probably a better idea. The reason for that is that it is close to the main base, so that we stay undercover as much as possible. Again, this is all Fallout design here. Megathon Revenge against Tomb. Alberic, run! Run away! Then everyone except S Black, prepare for a fight. Run away. Why were you so close? Thankfully Megasloths are super slow. Wow, you really are slow. No, don't melee him. No, don't go there either. Ah! Shoot him! Whoa! Wasn't expecting the speed up there. Run away! Ziegler, you're the melee guy. You stay kind of back a bit. You guys get a bit closer. If Mega Sloths are anything like actual sloths, they have humongous claws. Alright, Ulbrich, you should be able to fire at him now. Try not to shoot Cathra. Okay, cool. Well done. You may continue to hunt the Mega Sloth. Awesome. Mordred, you're clearly going to go and collect those. Make sure you grab the whole bunch. We do have some visitors, but there's not much I can do with them right now, so I'm not going to bother. Oh, the other thing, between episodes I noticed that we're doing stone cutting. We are abiding by the same rules as The Usual Suspects 1, where we are going through the ages, and that means that we cannot get medieval technologies until we have all the Neolithics. I had not realised that stone cutting is a medieval tech and not Neolithic. I think the only Neolithics are Devil Strand and Brewing, so we will need to finish those two before we can get stone cutting. And then once we have stone cutting, we can get all the... Sorry, once we have the Neolithics, we can get all the medievals. And once we have all the medievals, then we can finally get to electricity and, more importantly, air conditioning, which is where we can at last get our freezer. Until then, food supply is going to be a bit of a burden. Let's start off with Devil Strand, because actually tailoring is going to be more important. Devil Strand is a really good crop if you can actually grow it for long enough. We're in a temperate biome here. This is not what are they called? Boreal forest, so we should have time to do everything else. Right, you're researching, you're doing management, you're cooking. I think we're good. Cathra's doing that. Oh, you're carrying him. I was like, I'm sure that thing was dead. How is he moving? Well, he's moving because we're carrying him. And then once we have stone cutting, then that's probably when we'll start worrying about the walls and things that we want to have in place. And in fact, while we're thinking about it, we were going to wall you off. We may even make this a double wall. It's quite a good area to do that. And then I was kind of thinking, walling up to about here, then across there. So this would be the bailey. And of course we would also need... Actually, I'm not sure we can get it that close. This area walled off. Like so. I mean, this doesn't need to be as defensive. This can literally just be a wall. That's just to stop people walking through here, because we want to force them through the main entrance if we can. Leaving just this area as a potential problem. This area is going to be fortified to hell and high water. I think this is just going to have to be a massive kill zone. And also, we do have the totally forget an acronym compliance thing, which means that traps are more viable because they won't just kill you. We have a mad tortoise. Oh dear. Who's nearby? Cathra. Is the mad tortoise going to get you? Nope. S Blacksy having a meal. You head over here. You head over here. Morty, you come over here, buddy. Awfully disappointed by their stay. They've had enough of you. Visitors from Verniburn Unification are leaving. Oh well. Mordred, you go and haul the dead tortoise. Cool. Are we generating food? No, because that's not getting charged. Because we have no wood. Come on, people. It's not rocket science. Bring in the wood and then you can charge the stove and actually get some cooking done. At least all the beds are now of at least good quality. Do we have any superiors? No, just good. Right, we now have wood. Can we please... Oh, Mordred's doing it. Alright. There we go. Now we can cook. Right, who's the cook? Blom and S Black. In fact, that would be S Black. Let's get some proper meals done, shall we? I didn't mean just one. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Where's everyone else? Oh, you're up there. Well, we are getting quite a lot of food now, which is nice. And summer is now here. That's all been planted. Marvellous. So, I think... Why are you one bit short? We're going to extend that because I don't like things that aren't the same size. And then I think we'll probably get another corn crop area just across the top here. We'll just make you corn. Just so that we know that we have enough food to last us the winter. I think that will probably be enough. Though corn does last a nice long time. You know what? We're going to grow one more corn area. Here. We should be able to get it grown in the time. Where are you, corn? There you are. And we'll have those done tomorrow. We have a lot of people set to growing. What is the growing skill now? Has it gone up? 7, 7, 9, 4. Yeah, it's definitely gone up. 10. Nice. 2. So it's cooking is the one area that we don't have that much redundancy. Actually, no, that's not true. We do have a couple of people with a 4 in cooking. Blom, can you... Yeah, cook. Are you making pemmican? Are you making simple meals? Because we have no simple meals. Why are you doing pemmican? Simple meals only need meat, don't they? Or do they need vegetables? No, they don't. Is that details? That's details. Requires raw food. It does not require vegetarian. So why are we not producing simple meals? Priority is to do simple meal. Minimum stock, allowed cooking skill 4. And you're allowed to do it with the meat. Why are you not using it? I don't understand. Simple meals are what I want because they provide better nutrition, don't they? In fact, I'm sure they do. Pemmican lasts forever. Right, we're going to suspend you and we're going to force you to do simple meals. Right, why are we not able to do that? What are we lacking? You require nutrition and... Yeah, see, you are meat and vegetarian. Simple meals are just meat. Minimum stock of 5. We have 0. Maximum stock of 15. That's puzzling, to say the least. I have no idea why that's true. I mean, fine, we can eat pemmican, that's not really a problem, but it's inefficient. Oh, it's because it's Ziegler, you don't have the skill to do it. Right? Ah. You stop. You cook. You do something else. There we go. Oh no. It's because we have the minimum 5. That's why. Okay, we do actually have some... Shut up, Mordred. You're stupid. Alright, lots of growing going on. Excellent. I do like how these guys are so quick at doing this. Because most of them are tribal background, growing is like very, very quick. So we have a food supply. We have this sorted. We have things growing now. The rice is already 40%. This stuff should be almost finished. 80%. Nice. Hilda from Cruelty Gang was wandering nearby and noticed you could use some help. She would like to join your colony for a while. She is a high-world drone and her traits are green thumb, lazy and a brawler. Very well. Alright, Hilda, welcome to the team. That's 7 now, so we'll need to make some more beds. Easily done. I think we're just going to have each bedroom shared for the short term. Make them good for now. Alright. What skills do you have, Hilda? What can we use you for? Are you a doctor? Not in the slightest. You are green thumb though, so you're going to be doing a lot of cooking. Okay, we have a second handler, who is actually better though and not as passionate. We'll say you're a 1 as well, so either Ziegler or Hilda can be doing that. You have some cooking skill, not a huge amount though. You have some construction skill. I'll make you a 2 in construction. Growing, that's like your raison d'etre. I'll make you a 1. Mining, I think we're going to have you basically growing. If you're not handling, you're growing or mining. No, I'm going to make Ziegler the main animal handler. You can be the backup. If you're not growing or mining, you're doing that. And then hauling, and then cleaning. So yeah, you have an interest in growing your green thumb. You'd just be good at that. Cool. And you are able to haul, most importantly. What are you guys doing? Oh, you're haul... Can we please haul some of these berries home so we're not just leaving them out here? Pretty please, with a cherry on top. And you, I think, are probably going to be doing the same thing. I mean, I appreciate that there's a lot of berries out here, but still. Let's get them home, shall we? So that they can be used in our cooking. Oh, Ulrich, where are you going? Harvesting raspberry bush. That's got to be over 100. Yeah, that's 200. It's because you weren't hauling it home. The management thing was kind of screwy. Okay. Good stuff. S Black coming back with that. Yeah, we're just hauling things in now. We have got 300 wood. Excellent. We haven't had the first attack yet. So I'm not too worried about not having walls up. So we may well want to try and get the wooden walls up here in here at least. And maybe try and dig through there. No, we'll finish doing the storeroom. It's fine. Then we'll get that cleaned out. We'll need to get those stone blocks hauled away. And this is all granite, and we do already have some marble stored up. Excellent. Okay, that's all the beds done. You guys having a bit of joy? 3-way play. Blimey. Hilda's working on the kitchen area. What's the temperature outside? 14. I should really check to see what the temperature drops to at night, so we can see if we can leave doors and things open to the fridge and then try and maintain some of the cold temperature down there. Hilda is naked. There isn't much I can do about that, to be fair. Yeah, I am appreciating how much hauling and stuff is getting done here. It's immense. Let's get that bit walled off. And honestly, I'd be quite happy to get those bits walled off too. I'm kind of doubting that infestation will occur in here. It's only a tiny bit that's under the mountain proper. And our first harvest. Awesome! Okay, food supply is sorted. How long do you last? 2 seasons, 9 days. Fantastic. Much better than berries and meat. Research finished. Devil Strand allows colonists to plant Devil Strand, a slow-growing mushroom that yields a valuable plant fibre. Marvellous. Let's get brewing next. Maybe we'll actually use it this time. Make our own beer. Maybe. And here's the first raid. Right. You are a group of pirates from the Stabbers. Oh, what a name for them. And you're attacking me with a naked guy called Robinson with a steel shiv, which is awful. And there goes the Mega Sloth meat because we didn't use it in time. Irritating. Whoa. Alberic, buddy. Oh, it's Mordred hunting. Where is he? There he is. I mean, hopefully we kill the Mega Sloth. And then can concentrate on more pertinent threats. Let's just go over here. Where is he? There he is. Alright, he's been spotted. Might need to create a prisoner area soon. And there we go, victory is ours. Huzzah! Is he any good? Volatile teetotaler. Incapable of dumb labour, caring or social. So he's incapable of a lot of things. He would be another mouth to feed. He does have an interest in shooting. And he's a cook. And being a cook allows you a lot of leeway. You're also an artist. I think we may well try and save you. Which does mean that we need a prisoner room now. Let's just whip up something real quick. We can always dismantle it later. Get that built up real quick. And then we can just put in 2 beds in here. That's pretty tiny. We can do better. Better. Cancel those. Furniture, bed. 3 beds. Okay, so that's our prisoner room. It's a temporary structure, it's just made out of wood, it's fine. How badly wounded are you? You're not even bleeding. You're fine. You're volatile. Why is it my chefs always seem to be volatile? Or have some kind of mental break threshold penalty? Oh, you're dead. That's why you're not bleeding out. Okay, so we don't actually need the prisoner thing right now. Then you guys can hunt that. So yeah, we will allow those. Do you have any clothing at all? You actually have some trousers, which Hilda, I'm sure, would greatly appreciate. Yeah, because you're wearing literally just a hat. You are hunting the Mega Sloth. Excellent. Okay, so the other thing that we're going to need are some graves. I'm sorely tempted to put the graves over there. Because I do actually want to use this space for more productive, constructive things. I mean, actually, to be fair, so long as we double curtain wall this area off, it doesn't really matter if the enemies are running around out here. Because I'll probably put an entrance here, or else I'll keep this as the only entrance. In fact, yeah, I will. It's not going to be too far to run around there. In which case, you know what? I'm going to wall that off now. Just have a wooden wall here. I just feel a lot safer having somewhere that we can actually run back to. And that will also mean that we're going to need that mined out. Go and dig that out, please, buddy. So that we have a way out. And then we'll curtain wall this, make it super secure. Maybe even triple wall if we absolutely need to. With the shooting platform over here. Yeah, that'll be fine. Do we want a doorway through this? I think we probably do. It will give us access to this area. More importantly, it will give us access to the graveyard, which will be in this area. So yes, I'm going to add some graves over there. Though for the moment, you'd have to run around here. I don't really want to add graves here. I guess I could build the graves like up here, just so they're just outside of our base, so we don't need to worry about them. Or like in here. You know what? We're going to put the graves here. They're close enough, but far enough away not to be annoying. Cool. And then we'll need to find a better place for sarcophaguses, but we'll come to that hurdle when it's time to. So we want misc, we want grave. We're just going to dig a bunch of them. Shouldn't take us long to do. They do not need to be of any quality whatsoever. I couldn't care less. Alright, cool. Production is starting. Getting all this stuff done. Excellent. That is going to use up our wood supply rather quickly though. What are you doing? Hauling a dead hare. Cool. We probably will need more wood. So let's flag up some more wood for chopping. Say that area. I'm just trying to think, like, where are we going to be building fields in the future? Because we can just put the walls there. Okay, research is being done. And I would say that this is a pretty good place to stop this episode. So, thank you very much for watching. If you are enjoying this series, then please do hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, then please do consider subscribing. If you have any tips or advice for me, let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.